Hello, welcome to Nuggets for Wisdom
Hello.
again. Thanks for joining us. It's exciting to always see that you are listening to us every week. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your subscription. Thanks for sharing. Like I said, please visit our YouTube page, Nuggets for Wisdom, and send your comment. Please let us know how
Subscribe.
this is affecting. Yes, subscribe. Yeah, to the third key. So we're on the third key to a happy relationship. So this week we're going to be sharing on setting boundaries.
Yeah.
That's an important key.
Yeah, last
to
week we did openness.
Yeah, last week we did openness. The first week we talked about committed love.
Yeah.
So now it is to setting boundaries. Yeah.
Yeah, boundaries. And I think if we were to look at all these keys, for me, that would be the most important key. That would be key number one for me, because I think for us that set the tone for so many things in our relationship, so many things in our lives. It helped us so much. So setting boundaries, especially for how you would it's like your modus operandi in the relationship.
Exactly.
Your MOD.
I know.
You know, your modus operandi, how you would operate in the relationship. And I think it's so important that everyone sets boundaries, because the truth is most people come into relationship just thinking they have different values of what they would apply.
Yep.
And anything goes.
Yeah.
And for our relationship, especially when we started, we found that there were some things we brought out from outside when we came to the relationship, because we wanted the relationship to work. If we did the same thing in our relationship, it will hurt us. For instance, for us, when we're having a disagreement, I could get abusive, you could walk away, and so we had to set boundaries in place and say, okay, you know what? Let's set boundaries. This is what we need to do. I will not be abusive again. And you would say, okay, I will not walk away again. So
I wouldn't keep malice.
Or I would not, these are the kind of words that are not acceptable in our relationship. Or the other person is not allowed to raise their hand. Thank God we've never hit each other. But you have a relationship where
that's a problem.
That's a problem, where they will hit each other. So it needs to be set as a boundary. Because if there's no boundary, means I don't know how you would react when you're angry.
Do you know what I was thinking about when you started talking about that? I just thought about even the traffic light system, the rules around how you use the road.
Yeah.
So everywhere in life there's boundaries, there's discipline, there's rules. For example, you have green, red, yellow lights or amber light. You have speed cameras. Depending on where you are.
I'm glad you said that, because I think that would be a good thing to say in the relationship. I say, what are the things that should throw a red light?
Yeah.
What are the things that should throw an amber? What are the things that are green light? That means what are the things that we should not do?
Yeah.
So if we begin to do them, that's amber. If we continue to do them, that's a red light straight away.
Yeah.
For instance, you're not allowed to throw things at each other when you get angry. Not acceptable.
And the thing is, this is why it's important to discuss it in your relationship, because a lot of us have lived our lives, and we keep saying this, we've lived our lives differently. It might be acceptable in your family that when you're angry you slam the door and walk away,
or you don't talk to each other for days.
you don't talk to each other. It might be something that you've lived like, and it's like, I'm upset. Like me, when I'm upset, I don't want to talk. I am not ready to talk to you.
So you have a tendency not to talk for 3 days.
No, happily.
Yes, you do. Or 5 days even.
No, I don't think I'm that bad, but yeah. So in essence, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
For instance, for us, that we've not had that issue where we don't talk to each other for days. The reason for that, why we don't have that, is because we set a boundary right in the beginning of our relationship and say, if you're angry, you're not allowed to keep malice. You can't not talk.
That was tough for me.
Yeah, but it's good that it's not a one-way thing.
I know, but it took practice.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the same way it's tough for you, the same way not being abusive is tough for me as well, because my tongue just rolls when I'm angry, and I just say something.
People will be surprised to hear that.
And I just say something that I'm not supposed to say, and something because I want to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
And the point is, you see, after I've said it, I don't feel anything. I think we should go on, but you feel the words. Now, if you say an abusive word to me, you don't. but it won't hurt me as much
because
but
you don't see anything wrong with that.
But I don't realize the impact it's having on you.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is every boundary will be tough on different people.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's just acceptable to know that, look, when we set them, we can now work together. Because I know I can come into the relationship knowing that you will not shut me down and not speak to me for days. You can come into the relationship knowing that one of the boundaries we said is that you will not hear an hurtful word from me.
Yeah.
I will not abuse you. I will not use words that would hurt you in any way. So it becomes an acceptable relationship for both of us.
The thing is,
it's welcoming. Yeah, go on.
Every relationship is different as well. So the boundaries that we set is most likely going to be different from the ones you set. You have, you know, the tendencies in your relationship. You know what is affecting you most. You know whether it's because this person is rude or that person it's not nice, it's not kind, things like that.
You know, another kind of boundary could be, you know, third party. Some people, when something happened in their relationship, they move to a friend, or they texted a friend, or tweeted someone, and they spread the word quickly. Anything small thing happens, they share it, and that could be a boundary for you. The other person might say, I don't like that. And I think the boundary that you would set is peculiar to both of you. For instance, there's some things that I'm not comfortable with. They're not necessarily, they might be workable in another relationship. Another people might have it and they're fine in their relationship. But we just might look at ourselves and say, you know, I'm not comfortable with you taking those phone calls at this time of the night. I'm not comfortable you befriending a female person. I'm not saying that is right or wrong, but listen, it's your relationship
is unique to
you. Whatever makes you happy, build those boundaries in and let them help you.
And it will, because for example, we started from the fact that the rules of traffic, the rules of man, it helps to keep people safe, isn't it? So if they say when the light turns green, you can go. When it's amber, slow down. When it's red, definitely stop. It's helping to save lives. Anything, even in a work environment, there are cultures around, there are boundaries on
the things you can't do at work.
It's things you can't do. There's
you can't
how
say
you will
because
use
I
your
like to do that.
So the thing is, why are these all important? To keep us in line, to keep us safe, to help us to have a healthy and a happy relationship.
You know, it's good to know that I have a relationship that I know that is meeting my needs of happiness. It's meeting my needs for safety. It's meeting my needs of a place where I know that I will not get I can come to, I can find refuge there. I want that some things that I know that I can experience outside, I won't experience at home. I know that my wife wouldn't slap me because we set that as a boundary. Now some people might think, you know, it's okay to do that when I'm angry.
But can I ask you this, because we've been talking about this boundary. So if you find out that you don't have all this and your relation, you look around and you can see that anything goes in my relation. We've had weird stuff, trust me. We've had people waking up at night sending knives to each other and all that kind of stuff. So if you find this out, so just to round up, how would you say that people should start?
I think they should first sit down together and say, you know what, this relationship is not working. We've not set boundaries. Let's start trying to set them. Let's find out what is it that we don't want. Those things that should flag a red light. And if you think you can do it together, get someone to help you.
Get help.
Get someone to help you to set. We set those boundaries ourselves because we didn't get to a damaging point before we did that. And it was easy and it was mutual. We both knew that, look, if we didn't do something about this, the relationship will soon become unpleasant. You know? And thank you guys for listening to us. We want to know what you think about what we said. So go to our YouTube channel, which is Nuggets for Wisdom. Subscribe on it. Send us comments, send us questions. We want to know, have you set boundaries in your relationship? How has that worked for you? Or, you know, just let us know how you feel about this. And we'll speak to you soon.
God bless.
Bye.